So I finally got around to watching the film Spencer. This is the latest. Is it the latest? How many have there been before? A biopic or just a story about Princess Diana? Has there been any before? I said that confidently, like this is the most modern and new one. Has she done much? She's been in The Crown, right? That might be the most contemporary thing I could think of, having an actress play this woman. Kristen Stewart stars as Diana Spencer, and it is a story set over a couple days where the royals are looking at Diana through it's a really tight lens, just making sure she behaves a certain way for the press and the pictures, and it's really freaking good. You know, I went in with tempered expectations. I've heard mixed things about it. I've heard people praising the performance of Kristen Stewart here for good reason. She just nails this and she knocks it out of the park. It's just amazing that it's her, because she just embodies this role, the physicality, the smiles, the facial expressions, the voice, everything about Diana is presented here perfectly and positively. It works so well. So there is a certain type of people out there that have a fascination with the royal family. I know that, and I think it's interesting. They are, I think, the last great novelty of people where it's like, what is the point they serve anymore? Like, there's just nothing interesting or cool about it. I genuinely think with Diana, she was like the last nail in the coffin for the royals being seen as meaningful, because she was outspoken, she was vulgar in some ways, just in her interpretation and the way she came across as things. She said these things, she did these things, she made an impact in a way, and I think Diana goes into that category with people like JFK and MLK, and you're just like, these people were taken from us too early when they could have made the impact, and seeing what they could have done to the world would have been nice to see. And I really think with Diana gone, the royals have become meaningless, and they don't really inspire or do anything worth it anymore. They're just more like a novelty, an attraction you see or you hear about, as opposed to real presence or meaningful anything. So that's how I feel about the royals. So when I went into this, I'm like, okay, it's going to portray them in a way that's going to be against Diana, which I'm sure is realistic. I am sure you have this young woman coming into this thing based on tradition and this powerhouse of just things have to be a certain way. If they change in the slightest, we are going against our standard. And when you have that being the main focus of this, of course you're going to support Diana. Now, I'm not going to get into the debate whether Diana was in the right or in the wrong, or if it's like fabricated some of the stuff she did or didn't do. I'm just saying this movie is focused on the story of Diana. This is about her. It's her world. It's everything that she did while she was a part of this family, especially when it comes to how she behaves. You know, and it does a great job portraying, like, is she truly losing her mind, or is she cracking under the pressure? Some people believe that she is. She thinks that she might be too. It does a great job portraying those things. And again, Kristen Stewart just does phenomenal at acting her ass off in this role. It's just perfectly embodying all those physicalities. And look, I'll say it now. She's going to win the Oscar. I think she does. I think she got it. She's got it in the bag. She made it work. Just every emotion, the restraint, just the way that she is just so tense and anxious in every situation, the way she feels restrained, claustrophobic. It is such a good performance that you just completely believe that this woman is Diana, and it's so cool to see. It just works really well, and it's fantastic. And everything else about this film, it does wonders. The cinematography is breathtaking. It looks spectacular. The layouts are great. I love the costuming, just having Diana be the bright piece surrounded by all this matted and faded colors. It's brilliant. It really just shows the separation between her and the people that she's supposed to be integrated with the family. And you're just like, that is so good. That stuff works perfectly. The costuming is fantastic. The set design is fantastic. The directing is great. I just love the way the camera moves in this thing. It's very intimate. It's very personal, but it's also very loose and just willing to follow Diana in this intense way. It's almost like a documentary where we're just watching this woman lose it and just restrain herself at every given moment. And you really feel that through the lens, where this is a stylized choice. and it just works for the piece because it adds that intensity where it's up close, where it's stiff, and then it shakes, and it just works great. The music is fantastic. The score in this thing, it's very ethereal, it's very operatic, and it just adds that extra layer of intensity that makes this special. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I didn't think I was going to like this film as much as I did because I just had this expectation. It's like, yeah, it's a biopic. We're just seeing Diana at a hardship in her life. But man, if this is true to form or not, that woman had a hard time in that family. And I feel bad for her, and I think she just got the shit end of the deal for so much of that story. And I love the way that her kids are used in this story, where they are kind of on her side, being that younger generation, knowing that traditions can be broken, and knowing that just because something is tradition, that doesn't make it right, that doesn't make it necessary. It definitely portrays the royals as crotchety old people, which, I mean, maybe like you can't say that they're hip to the modern generation. And I think it's fascinating how William is portrayed in this story and how he is now. Because if you look at the dichotomy between those two, oh man, you'd be surprised just how you're like, this can't be the Harry and William we know. It's almost like they reversed. It's fantastic. It's just a fantastic film with great direction, great acting. Everything works perfectly. There's just a beautiful underlying factor of this film where it's like, everyone is rooting for you, Di. We want you to succeed. We don't want to see you fail. We all treat you with reverence and respect. You deserve to be happy. We will all do our best to get you there, even if it means you are breaking tradition and not doing things the way that everybody wants you to. We support it. We want you to win. And again, I can't get over Kristen Stewart's performance because it is her best work. I have liked a lot of stuff she's done. I think she's a great actress. This is her best work. She embodies the role. She just nails it on every single point, and nothing about this felt off or out of place or just bad. It all worked super well and super impactfully. So Spencer, a surprise hit of this year and probably in my top 3 films so far, I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.